Okay, well, so this is not a linear equation. 7x squared isn't linear, okay? We can't make this equation linear, nothing we can do. So we've got to recognize what kind of an equation this is. Well, there are basically two types of equations that we know how to solve. Linear equations, quadratic equations. Could be an exponential equation. We don't know how to solve that yet, okay? We've got to recognize this as a quadratic equation. The standard form of a quadratic equation is what?
A squared plus
AX squared.
AX squared plus BX squared. Just BX.
But you got the right idea, but you got to really know this. Okay? And I call this the standard form. Let's give it the right name. It's the general form. It's debating between standard and general, and stopped thinking at that point. So I wrote down the wrong word. Okay? So general form of a quadratic is this, right? Is this in general form?
Mm-hmm.
Can it be put into general form?
Mm-hmm.
What do we do?
You would have to. You'd obviously have to rearrange it.
I'm sorry?
You'd have to rearrange it.
Yeah, okay, so well, tell me how you would like to see it rearranged.
Well, that'd be 7x squared plus 3x plus 5b, and it has to be set equal to 0.
That would be good, but that wouldn't be quite equivalent, but that's good.
Okay.
You want to see that you got to have a 0 over here, so you're going to have to get that 7x squared over here somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, now the key is, how are you going to get the 7x squared over here? You can't just pick it up and move it.
No.
What operation can you do to both sides of the equation so that 7x squared?
Since we multiplied it to get 7x squared, would we do the opposite, which is division?
Well, if you were trying to solve for x squared, you would divide by 7.
Yeah.
But that's not what we're trying to do. We've got to get rid of the 7x squared. But that was a pretty good thought, okay? You see what needs to be done. You got to get 0 here, right?
Yes.
Well, how about if the right-hand side becomes 7x squared minus 7x squared? What's that going to give you?
0.
0.
Yeah.
Well, now you did it on this side, so you'd better do it on this side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Make sense?
Okay.
So go ahead and put that into the general form so you can tell me what A, B, and C are, and then we'll apply the quadratic formula. Now, we might try to factor it, but that ain't going to work, but we'll see. Okay?